We have a very special show for you folks tonight. We're going to have our friend Buddy the hypnotist hypnotizing and talking about hypnotism. So you guys should be excited. I'm excited. Our technical difficulties are now over.
Do we start? It's not even 9 yet.
Yeah, it is.
Welcome to Student Cable.
MITV.
This is MIT Student Cable, and we're here tonight to tell you about erotic hypnosis. No, not like that. No, not like that. Not at all.
Not like that?
No. Well, so, do you know anything about erotic hypnosis?
I know what hypnosis theoretically is.
Yeah, what is it? For all of our watchers out there that have no fucking idea what we're talking about.
You know on the cartoons where someone's staring at these little swirly things, and all of a sudden their eyes are really swirly.
I thought that was LSD.
And they're in a No, that's different.
Oh, okay.
And all of a sudden they're in a trance. That's what hypnotism is.
Yeah, it seems like one of us might be already in a trance. Anyways, so we have a really awesome show planned for you tonight. We've got a special guest, and it's not Marty dressed up, I swear.
Or some inanimate object modulated by a computer, you know?
No, it's a real person.
Legitimate human being.
His name is DrSlashBlight, and he's way fucking badass, or he's mind controlled us to think so I'm not really...
Either way.
It doesn't really matter.
Works for us.
Yeah, totally. So maybe he can mind control you to think he's awesome too.
Does it work through the TV?
Yeah, totally.
We should... Really? Oh.
Yeah, See, I'm gonna do it through the TV. Do you think it worked?
I don't know.
Alright, well, so now that I've mind controlled you to watch our show, you're gonna be really excited. Alright.
You are really excited.
Alright, do I have to restart? Awesome,
I think it should be fine.
Okay, so we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Feel free to call in 617-324-1205. When we do the live hypnosis, we're not going to have the call-in thing be available. But between now and then, we've got this great show planned and this...
Including live hypnosis demo.
Hypnosis. He's really going to hypnotize someone, but we'll not tell you who it is until afterwards.
I think you already told pretty much everyone.
Did I? No, I don't think I did.
Pretty sure you said it in the emails.
Pretty sure I didn't. All right, well, commercial break, and then we'll be back with our special guest. Stay tuned.
Hello.
Hey, so this is our guest, Buddy, DrSlashBlight. Welcome. Thanks for being on the show with us.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate being on your show.
Yeah, so we've got some questions for you. So what exactly is erotic hypnosis? What's different between erotic hypnosis and regular hypnosis?
Well, erotic hypnosis is just adding an erotic factor to hypnosis. So instead of doing something that's relaxing, she's gonna keep so instead of doing something that's relaxing and therapeutic, you're doing something smexy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know.
Like, so, for example...
Do you make someone, like, blow you? Do you make them cum in their pants?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes. So, I mean, if you can think of a sexy thing, you can add it to hypnosis and make it better.
That's pretty cool.
That's an interesting thing.
When did you start getting into hypnosis?
Well, I've always been interested. You were talking about cartoons, and I happen to watch a lot of cartoons. You know, I might be slightly older than both of you, although not the same.
Not combined.
Not combined. Yes.
Sure.
That would make me a really old dude. But no, back in the 80s. There were,
I saw the 80s last night. Did you see the 80s?
Yeah, I saw the 80s. He's kind of hanging around being creepy.
No.
Back in the 80s.
The 80s.
Oh, the 80s.
The 80s. The year.
The
1980
Oh, the year. Oh, okay.
to 1990. They did this thing where cartoons had to be nonviolent.
Okay.
And mind control and hypnosis was a good plot device. So they abused the crap out of it.
And you grew up with this?
Yeah, and I grew up with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was always like the villain, mind controlling the smexy superheroine or whatever. There's a very famous like Scooby-Doo episode that has the clown that hypnotizes Daphne with a coin. There's all sorts of another like TV shows, like non-violent TV
So
shows.
it's like the guy who does the hypnotizing gets the hot girl. So when you grew up, you're like, that's definitely what I'm gonna fucking do.
You are absolutely correct. Guy doing hypnotizing gets the hot chick.
Yeah. So when did it become erotic for you then? Like from the start then?
From the start.
Yeah. Okay.
But I didn't figure out how to do it. Yeah. See, I didn't figure out how to do it until what year is it this year?
2012.
2012, 12. Okay, so around 07
Okay.
is when I first did it.
Okay, and how did you get into it, or like how did you start to learn?
How did I start to learn? Well,
Yeah.
the internets. Ready? No, I'm not joking. God.
No, I mean everything's on the internet. That's all I'm saying.
Everything is on the internet. If any, everything's on the internet. But no, I actually read a gentleman named Hypnomaster D. I know it's a ridiculous.
So
name.
dumbly put.
And D, if you're watching, I'm sorry, your name is ridiculous. But we're dumbly fans. But he's a nice guy. I've actually got to meet him in person. But he had a thing on his blog on like basic, like very, very basic, how to hypnotize somebody, and I read it and I did it.
And did it work?
It worked marvelous.
Oh boy, that's all it takes? It's pretty awesome.
Well, who was your first subject?
My first subject was one of my partners, and there's somebody knocking at the door.
Yeah, there's someone knocking the door.
See, you should go take it. I'll talk about this. My first and we have more guests in the studio. No, my first subject was one of my first partners, my girlfriend, and I actually hypnotized her on the. We were all waiting for a party, and actually after a party, I hypnotized her on the floor, like there was a crash base, and I just started going and went to town.
Hot.
It was yes.
What's the most fucked up thing you ever made someone do under hypnosis?
Most fucked up?
Yeah.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm
I
so ready.
don't know if I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Tonight.
Tonight, fucked up, because this is kind of fucked up. So I'll relate this to you. She asked me.
This one?
No.
Okay, the girl.
The first girl I ever hypnotized asked me, basically to do a rape fantasy. So
Hypnosis.
yes. Let me explain how this works. Basically, I gave her a suggestion that when I was wearing a certain hat, that she had no fucking clue who I was. No fucking clue. So I basically I tied her to the bed, and she was naked, and I kind of went away and I put on that hat, and she had no idea who I was, and I started doing awful, wonderful things to her.
Okay.
And it was really interesting because when she asked for it, I wasn't like into it, but it like as I started doing it, I was like, this is awesome.
Was she like way freaked out, like in a bad way?
So when I made the suggestion, I told her that in the back of her noodle, back of her head, that she knew that she was safe in a safe place.
Yeah.
But she could freak out in her forebrain.
Okay. So.
And she kind of freaked out and whimpered and all sorts of smexy noises. And I like the word smexy.
I didn't notice that. Really?
If my friend Philip was watching, smexy sandwich, nom 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 nom. He hates it.
Oh, hot. No, that's what I do under hypnosis all the time.
I like sandwiches.
Really?
Yeah, no, that's
Peanut butter mayonnaise.
The 80s.
Peanut butter mayonnaise.
That's a good ass sandwich.
That's
man.
disgusting.
Have you ever had peanut butter cheese?
What?
No.
Oh, it's really good.
He's gonna make you think it's really good too.
That's interesting. So the questions roll on.
Can anyone be hypnotized?
Anybody.
Well, can animals be hypnotized?
Hold on. Look.
Okay.
your first question is pretty loaded. Can anyone be hypnotized?
Yeah.
Most
Okay.
people can be hypnotized. There's 3 types of people who cannot be hypnotized.
Okay.
Number 1, there's a certain type of person that their brain waves go directly from conscious to sleep.
Okay.
So there's nothing in the middle. And that's where hypnosis lives. But they go from I'm wide awake to I am asleep on the couch.
That's
totally
not me. That's not me. I swear.
Pretty sure that's her.
No, that's not me.
And that's I'm a jerk. I left my phone
Yeah.
on. So number 2 is people who are drunk.
Okay.
So, and drunk people cannot focus on shit. And maybe we'll get drunk later, and we'll explain this theory, how this works. Because you can't focus on shit when you're drunk. And 3,
But like, what if like marijuana? Like,
different types
I've heard of marijuana. Does that work under hypnosis?
Marijuana actually generally increases the ability to be hypnotized.
Interesting.
And certain drugs like
I just heard of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
and certain drugs
it's-
like Ambien and Seroquel, there's a few others that produce kind of the same effects.
Oh yeah, those can make you sleepwalk, man.
Yeah.
You make a pie in
I
your
already
sleep.
sleepwalk.
She does sleepwalk.
Really?
Oh yeah. And I talk to people and shit. It's crazy.
We should talk later. And the third type of person is somebody who just doesn't want to.
Okay.
We call them a jerk.
Okay.
They're those guys that go up on
Are you
stage.
fucking jerk?
They're fucking jerks. Fucking
Jerks of all
dick-ass
time.
cockbags. Can I say dick-ass cockbags on your show?
Yeah, as long as you don't show dog dick ass cockback.
Okay, as long as we show dog
But we
dick-ass
can talk about dog porn. Could we read dog porn?
Oh yeah, totally.
No,
there
no,
were
no.
these 2 dogs. Sorry.
Whoa. You guys gonna have dog porn theater. That's pretty interesting.
You did have that.
But no, the people who go up on stage and they basically are in their head, they're like, "Fuck you, hypnotist. I'm not gonna do
this.
Yeah. Yeah. So you at least have to be open to things working to.
Okay.
Have
Okay.
it.
What about blind people?
Blind people.
Because you need the eye contact.
No, you don't.
Oh.
No, you don't.
Whoa, that's
Hold
creepy.
on.
You don't even have to look at him. He'll just get you.
All right. So, you guys are in school, right? You guys go to school. Is this a school?
Yep.
I've been
I-
once or twice.
Okay.
I can do
Sometimes.
some math.
Okay. Do you guys know about learning modalities? So how you learn.
Oh, you mean auditory versus?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So generally, that whatever the person's primary learning style is how they're best hypnotized.
Oh.
Okay.
So people that are blind, the visual is kind of out unless they can imagine visuals. I mean, you can close your eyes, and some people can see things. I see squiggly, doodly, bodily gray bloops, and I'm super envious of people who can actually see things. But a blind person would probably be more responsive to auditory, or perhaps a white noise type deal, or in my bag somewhere is my metronome, so a nice steady.
Okay, yeah.
Or they could be hypnotized by touch, which is why I have this guy,
Okay.
and it helps out with the. I'm not gonna poke you with it. But
That's what she
beware the
said.
people that are in the mall and they try and assault you with these things.
Because they're actually trying to hypnotize you.
They might be. They might be trying to lower your or increase your suggestibility, so you buy these fucking things. I bought this.
Did it worked on you then?
No, I actually, this was a gift from a friend, but they bought it from an online wholesaler. So they bought a lot of them. Because we need a lot of them.
Sure, that's what he says.
So, does that answer
He
your question
works
about
in
blind
Yeah.
people?
Okay. What about deaf people? Same thing. You do more visual things.
You can
and
do more
touch.
visual things, and you do more tactile
Yeah.
things. And if they're deaf, you can also do. You can also hypnotize somebody with script on a page. You can get them to read stuff. So people will hypnotize each other via chat, I am chat. No, it's
That's
true.
Crazy,
It's
man.
that's not
so crazy.
that's not my forte. I'm not good at that particular thing because I suck at typing, and I need like the person to be like kind of there.
Yeah.
So I'm much better like an in person.
That's pretty
But-
fucking creepy.
So
That's right, kids. Stay out of the chat rooms.
chat rooms are a dangerous place. They're very dangerous.
Except for the ones where the guy tells you that he's a young girl, then you
Yeah.
can talk to him.
I am a 14-year-old girl.
It's actually a hypnotist.
So yeah, so if they can read, then they can be hypnotized, or if they have
Okay, what about animals? Can you hypnotize animals?
animals. There's an interesting there's a very interesting article that I read once on how to hypnotize an octopus.
An octopus?
An
Of all
octopus.
things.
But basically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a trance trigger. So if you ever like scruffed a cat, and the cat just kind of goes,
Yeah.
or a dog,
Mhm.
or you get a dog by the collar or the neck, and it just kind of goes.
Yeah, I'm done.
It's basically the same thing, except you can't communicate to the animal what you want.
Okay.
You can get like trance states to happen, but you aren't gonna be able to command the dog to do amazing,
because
wonderful
it doesn't
things.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was once, so I had a hamster that I needed to hypnotize in order to pick up. If you try to pick him up, he's a mean little motherfucker, and he would bite the shit out of you. He'd be like, "Rawr, rawr, I'm gonna fucking bite you. What are you doing?" So what you need to do was you needed to rub his nose for a minute.
Okay.
You need to rub his nose for a minute.
He didn't try to bite you while you're rubbing his nose?
No, he was just like, "Oh, nose rub. I like your nose
It's like
rub."
a cat. You can't reach his nose.
Yeah.
Shut up.
That's
So-
for you, Danny Bankman. Sorry.
Shout out. So I rubbed his nose, and then I could just go, because once he was in my hand, he was fine.
Okay.
He
didn't wanna bite.
The grabbing.
But yeah, it was like the act of grab. It was kind of a
Probably because he
It
thought
was
you
probably
were
like, I'm
the
getting
world's
crushed.
coming at
Oh,
me.
God.
yeah.
I
think
too get afraid when people reach towards me because
Well,
it's like, whoa.
you are
Yeah,
a
see,
small
it's like,
thing.
wow.
She does bite.
Careful.
She does
Yeah.
bite. Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's
oh.
how you know she's friends with you.
What? She's gonna bite
Biting.
you?
Yeah, biting. Yeah, that's a good
I
sign.
should introduce
Biting
you to some
or
people.
biting.
I should introduce you to some people that they like biting too.
So what's the best way? So if someone's about to hypnotize me and I don't want to be hypnotized, do I just like repeat in my brain like I will not be hypnotized? I will not. Like what's the best way to resist it?
To resist that, well, it really all depends on what they're doing.
Okay.
I mean, if they're trying to like tell you to focus on something visual, just fucking close your eyes and be like, "Fuck you." But basically, telling somebody, "Fuck you," no way. That is the best way.
Yeah.
Via the third person who doesn't want to be hypnotized. If you don't want to be and they're trying to, you're not technically a jerk. You're just telling them to go fuck off.
Okay.
There are methods
Okay.
that that are more like casual, or more like kind of like underlying. First one of those methods is getting you to listen to a story. No, I'm dead serious. I've kind of studied this, but I don't practice it because I don't feel right doing it.
Okay.
But people will tell you a story, and like those stories will get things to happen in your brain, or get you to feel things, and you'll associate feelings with.
Is it because of the voice? Is it because of the timing?
Is it like there's a rhythmic?
There would be a little bit of both, but also it's how you're processing that information.
Okay.
There's also a technique called NLP, it's neuro-linguistic programming.
Okay.
Basically, they studied hypnotic language, a bunch of scientists, fucking MIT guys,
Eating schmamages.
just
Yeah.
sandwiches and your namens. Scientists, they studied hypnotic language, particularly Milton Erickson. He was a very famous hypnotist and therapist, and he would tell people stories, and
Get
they,
them to.
yeah, he was not like a swing a pocket watch in front of your face type of hypnotist. He would just sit down and talk with you. Yeah. So they studied how he talked, and they developed these patterns of speech that he was using, and it's called NLP. And This is used by pickup artists, salesmen, politicians, trying to get you to feel something that they want you to feel,
Yeah.
or feel a way towards them.
It's funny because they all make me feel negative towards them. So that's
Well,
what they're trying to hypnotize me to do. That's weird.
I believe Santorum doesn't have a very good rapport.
What's the guy that Rick Perry? Is that?
Oh, Rick Perry. He's so funny.
I'm wearing the jacket from Brokeback Mountain.
Calm down.
If you guys are interested in good politicians, make sure you Google Rick Santorum, and you will find very interesting things. Thank you, Dan Savage.
Can you tell if people are faking it?
Yeah, and if so, how?
People are faking it. Well, there's things that happen to people that are hypnotized that are hard to fake.
Like.
So when someone's hypnotized, you'll notice that they're like behind their eyelids. You know, they have rapid eye movement.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see their body like start to shift and do like kind of a more relaxy thing. It's kind of a byproduct of hypnosis. You'll also notice that, you know, their eyes might water, or their skin might become flushed, or their breathing becomes steady. These are all automatic responses that are really fucking hard to fake. If you like tried to fake them, it would be rough. So I tell people that, you know, being a good hypnotist is being a good detective. You have to look at your clues and see what the hell's going on and figure it out. But yeah, it's really hard for people to fake. I mean, there are, you know, fake hypnosis stuff all the time. I mean, you know, stuff that you see in movies and TV. They're not really, generally, unless they're Darren Brown or someone professional, they're not really hypnotizing people. You know, they are doing what the script tells them to do.
Yeah.
And but there are real hypnotists that are on TV. I would recommend. Darren Brown's doing all sorts of crazy like hypnosis experiments.
Is he like your favorite? If you had to pick one hypnotist.
I can't name my favorite.
No, you have to. Or you can't name it. You're not allowed.
I'm not allowed.
Okay.
I can't name his name.
Okay.
Because he does like stage shows and therapy.
Okay.
But his name is otherwise known as the Maestro.
Okay.
And he was the guy that I first saw in any sort of like hypnosis fetish videos. He's a very tall gentleman. He's always wearing a suit. Always has a suit on. He used to have really long hair and a goatee, and he was very chill. And he, you know, made ladies do all sorts of different things.
Sex mama.
Sex and mama.
Can you permanently alter someone's psyche with hypnosis? Like, can you permanently like make them always, I don't know, think one way or the other? Like, if you implanted this idea that like, I don't know, Marty was evil, would I always think she was evil?
Maybe. So trying to change somebody permanently is tough. A general, you know, erotic hypnotist, which I would call almost a hobbyist, should not divulge into the permanent behavior changing.
That's pretty fair.
That's more towards like the therapy end.
Okay.
So I mean, like, you know, like,
I was gonna say that's pretty fucked up, but like I guess therapy's not supposed to be fucked up.
No, therapy's not supposed to be fucked. I mean, like, people come to hypnotherapists to like lose weight, stop smoking, just chill the fuck out, because
Yeah.
people need that
I
stuff.
don't need that.
So if you consider that to be like a permanent change,
Okay.
and people want that permanent change, then that's cool. Can you get somebody to think something, you know?
Do you ever abuse your power? You know, since you're like this superhero, use it for bad instead of good.
I am evil, but I am pretty much harmless. Unfortunately for my evil side, you know, the dark, powerful, dark side of the force, my inner core is really like bright and shiny, and I.
Oh, that's so gay. Wow. Oh gosh.
Hold on. Are you sure you want to say that? Because I might make her punch you.
It's not gonna make her punch me. What?
Oh, see?
Ow.
Hey.
What? All right. Well, We should get to the hypnotizing, huh? You guys want to see
Dude.
that? Probably that'd be pretty fucking cool, right? So we're gonna take a short commercial break. We have some more questions we might ask you later.
Okay.
Okay, you okay with that?
I'm cool. You
Okay.
guys have questions?
Alright.
I don't want to look
We're
at the
gonna-
questions. Don't show me the questions.
Yeah, don't show them the questions. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, Buddy's gonna hypnotize Marty, unless she's already hypnotized.
Ooh.
Ooh. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Oh. That this is such a great part of the interview. So, hi, I'm Buddy.
I'm Marceline.
Marceline. I think I've tried reading that
Yeah.
and could not pronounce it.
Oh, okay. Well. yeah.
I'm going to be your hypnotist today.
Mhm.
Are you ready to be hypnotized today?
Yes, I am.
Have you been hypnotized before?
Only once.
Oh yeah. When was that?
About 2 weeks ago.
Okay. What happened then?
Was hypnotized.
That's really descriptive.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
It can be sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I would not say it was like mind control, though. I would not say that.
We'll talk about that. All right.
Okay.
All set?
Mhm.
Take a big deep breath in. Let it out. And a big deep breath in. Let it out. And a big deep breath in and hold it. And let it out. Good. You're fantastic at this. So what I want you to do, you remember watching this?
Mhm.
So as you watch the crystal, I just want you to notice all the sparkly facets in that crystal. All the sparkles in that crystal as you just notice your breathing slowing down. And as you watch that crystal, and just focus on my voice, you can just notice your breath slowing down. And as you watch that crystal, you may begin to notice that your eyes just start blinking and getting heavier and heavier, heavier and heavier, heavier and heavier. You're going to want to try and keep those eyelids open. But the harder you try, the more you find they get heavier and heavier, heavier and heavier, heavier and heavier. That's right. And you may hear other sounds in the room, but those other sounds just help you drift right on down. That's right. As those eyes just start to close down, closing down, closing down. That's right. And as you follow my voice and just drift right on down, Marty, just letting go. In a moment, I'm going to count from 10 all the way down to 0. I just want you, with every number, to let go twice as deep as you drift down, starting with 10, drifting down, 9, letting go, 8, because the deeper you go, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the deeper you go, 7, every sound just letting you drift down even deeper, 6, focusing on my voice because it's so easy for you to do, 5, drifting and dropping, 4, just letting go and going down, 3, you may notice those little tremors in your face, and each time you feel those, you can just drift down a little bit deeper, 2, almost all the way down, 1, noticing those eyes flicker behind those eyelids as you go down even deeper, and 0, just drifting all the way down as you drop all the way down. But in a moment, I'm going to pick up your hand, and when I do, I just want you to give me the full, complete weight of that hand. That's right. Good. And as I just swing this hand in circles, every circle is just going to help you drift down even deeper down. Every circle is just going to let you give me the entire weight of that arm as you drift all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. That's right. Because in a moment I'm going to drop that arm, and when I do, you can just go 100 times deeper. Right? Now. That's right. Good. Doing so perfectly well as you drift all the way down. But in a moment, I'm going to count to 3. And when I do, you open your eyes. Come right back in the room. Before I do that, I need you to listen to me closely. So very closely. Every time that I and only I say Sleepy Go Marty, your eyes are just going to close right down and drift right back in this wonderful place of hypnosis. 10 times deeper than you just were. Every time that I and only I say Sleepy Go Marty, you're just going to drift into hypnosis 10 times deeper than you just were. Do you understand? Good. And you know that you can talk perfectly well in hypnosis. And every time you hear your own drifty, dreamy, hypnotized voice, you can just drift down even deeper. And you really like this idea, don't you? Good. But every time that I say Sleepy Go Marty, your eyes are just going to shut right down and you drift right back into hypnosis. But when I count to 3, your eyes will open, you come right back in the room. 1, 2, 3. How are you doing?
Good.
So why don't you tell the audience what you were seeing, feeling, experiencing?
Well, there's a lot of peripheral noise, so there's a lot going on in the edges.
Okay.
It's kind of distracting.
Do you want to explain the thingy that you explained to me that time that I found so interesting?
I have light synesthesia, so things that are auditory can, for me, they're kind of tactile, I guess, or like spatial. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just.
Look up synesthesia, kids. It's a really interesting word. So, you had like periphery noise.
Yeah. But it was mostly, it was kind of like being in a bubble, I guess.
Okay, in a bubble.
Yeah.
Last time you described it as this blue place.
Yeah. Blue is, it's very like cold and calming. It's usually what I do when I have really bad headaches is I make my room very cold and turn on my blue light, so it makes me feel better.
That, folks, is a very good side effect of hypnosis. It's just nice, it's calming. People can just chill the fuck out. And we'll leave some things in there that'll help you later.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
See, you know, I'm a helper. I give. But but you, so that was great that you were hypnotized, but you didn't really do much. No. So let's see how we can get your brain to show everybody else what is possible. Now, I'm not going to probably go into like full erotic mode with you because like we do not have that relationship.
Yeah.
You know, we have met each other, what, 5 times now?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, I don't know. I watch you get your feet massaged, so. But we'll do other things that I will explain how they are erotic to me. Because this shit just turns me on anyways.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun for me. Sleepy Go Marty. That's right. Good. Drifting right on down. And that was so easy. You can just drift right back down to that blue place. That wonderful, calm, blue, cool place. And as you find yourself in this cool blue place, what I want you to find is, I just want you to imagine, above your head is a bunch of helium balloons. All shapes, all colors, and all sizes. And attached to your wrists are strings attached to those balloons. And as you imagine those balloons rising above your head, it just starts pulling those strings up and up and up. And in a moment, you'll just feel those strings lifting up higher and higher as you see those balloons just going up above your head. And as those strings just go higher and higher, they start pulling your arms up more and more and more. And the higher those balloons go, the higher your arms just lift up and up and up. And the higher those balloons go, the deeper you go down. The higher those balloons go, the more those arms just lift and rise up and up and up. Higher and higher. That's right. But in a moment, I'm going to touch your forehead, and when I do, those balloons, the string of those balloons will just cut, and your arms will just go flopping right back down on your lap, and you'll just go 100 times deeper when I touch your forehead. But until then, those arms will just go up and up and up, doing so perfectly well. If they just drop right now. That's right. Good. Feeling so good as you drift right on down. But I want you to remember when I had your arms covered in glue, covered in rope, tied down to those legs, and that glue is the strongest glue, and the harder you try and pull those arms up, the more they're just going to be locked to your leg as they're covered in glue, tied down with the strongest rope. And every time that I say one of your limbs is bound to something else, it's just going to be stuck, glued, tied in place. In fact, I want you to try and pull those arms up. Try, try, try. But the harder you try, the more they're stuck. I want you to try, try, try. That's right. And when you know that you cannot lift those arms up, I just want you to say, I can't lift those arms up. But when I say release and tap those arms, they can just pop right up and release. That's right. Good. Just drifting right on down. Right on down. Right on down. Good. But Marty, I need you to listen to me closely. So very closely. I want you to just remember that it's I and only I can say that one of your limbs is bound in place. And any time that I say that one of your limbs, either your arms, feet, your butt, is bound in place, it's just going to be stuck wherever I tell you it's stuck. And every time that I say, freeze now, what you'll find is that your body just freezes in place. You won't be able to move, but I'll be able to move you. Every time that I and only I say freeze now, your body's just going to be frozen in place. You won't be able to move, but I'll be able to move you. And when your body's frozen, your mind can just remain frozen as well. And you don't need to experience anything that happens while your body's frozen. Do you understand? Good. And you had fun with this when we did it last time, didn't you? Good. So in a moment, I'm going to count to 3. Your eyes will open.
Only going to
come
try
back in the room.
once.
And you're going to talk about how it felt when your hands were stuck. But any time that I say freeze now, your body's just going to be frozen in place. You won't be able to move, but I'll be able to move you. And any time that I say that one of your limbs is bound, it's just going to be stuck in place. You won't be able to move it until I say release. Do you understand? Good. Coming up on 3. 1, 2. Eyes open on 3. Alright, thumbs up. So can you tell the wonderful audience what that felt like?
It felt pretty, like, sticky, I guess. I don't know, it was kind of a little bit negative.
It was a little bit negative?
Yeah. Well, mostly I just don't like being sticky. What?
Alright, maybe we can make that something different rather than a stick. Because glue is usually a good one, but...
Tacky.
Yeah, that's tacky.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like it? No. Freeze now. See, I love this, folks. This is one of my favorite things in the world. And I'm just going to leave it like this for a while. So, This is really interesting, and you can think of about a billion different uses for this, and it's really fun, because when I say unfreeze, you can move. And it's not meant to be funny, because you're adorable. But you know, every time I say freeze now, you're just stuck in place. Unfreeze. See, and this can be, as we ignore a cough, there are definitely erotic purposes for this, and I bet you folks at home can imagine what those purposes are. Those wonderful erotic purposes. Now, let's say that, for example, that you were kind of stuck in place. Now, could you remember things that happened when you were stuck in place, or no? Are they kind of like murky?
No, I can remember.
Okay, cool. I made the suggestion that you didn't, but that for me is to test out amnesia, and that doesn't work in everybody. But even if it doesn't work, I don't care. I do not care. So imagine we had Marty here, and there was about to be a sexy time happening, and I really didn't want you to have clothes on. So if I said freeze now, and just picked up your arms, and started to undress her, and she really can't do a goddamn thing about it. I mean, she could really, really try to move, but the harder she tries, the more she's just going to stick there. So, you guys were talking about taking advantage, well, or doing mean and evil things. This to me is not mean and evil if I have permission to do it. And I'm not going to undress her, because that's not what we discussed, but it's possible. And I just want you folks at home to realize that there's fun things that can happen here. And if you said unfreeze, and yeah, you think about that for a minute. Sleepy girl Marty, as you just ride on down. That's right. See how easy that is, folks. As she just drifts and drops, right on down, right on down, right on down. That's right. But what I want you to remember is that last time that I hypnotized you, and I told you that whenever you looked at the crystal that hypnotized you, that your eyes would be drawn to it. And you liked that, didn't you? So every time that you see that crystal in my hand, your eyes are just going to be drawn to it. In fact, your eyes are not only going to be drawn to it, they're going to be mesmerized by that crystal. In fact, as soon as your eyes meet and are locked onto that crystal, you're going to be hypnotized by that crystal. No matter what. You can try and look away. You can try, but the harder you try, the more your eyes will be stuck to that crystal. You understand? Good. Coming up on 3. 1, 2, 3. See, thumbs up is always good, because, that's what they do after they test rockets. They, you get out of the rocket ship and you're like, yeah, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Got it.
Yeah, we got it.
We're on the moon, man.
We're on the moon. So, why don't you sit back? And why don't we get joined by other hostess, because we could there were more questions on that sheet, and I can do fun things while we while we do this.
Do we want to plug in the phone again? We unplugged the phone temporarily, so if you
because you guys fucking called while I was doing my inductions, you dicks, cockbags.
That's
friggin'
probably like
All right, good.
All right. So I have some more questions.
I'm glad you have questions.
Yeah. So what makes it erotic for you? Is it like taking off a girl's clothes while she can't move? Is it just having that control?
A lot of it is about the control. Like, can you see this happening right now?
Yeah.
Just having like this small amount of control is really, really awesome.
So you're like incredibly turned on right now?
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean.
Do we need a commercial break?
No, we'll be fine. But it's having like extra control. I mean, you can tell somebody to do something, or you can have them automatically programmed to do the things you want them to do. It's ridiculously hot. Hold on. But yeah, it's a lot about that control, and it also ends up being part of that connection.
What do you think makes it erotic for the other person then? Because maybe they don't remember really what happens.
It depends. There's certain times where people have spontaneous amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they remember. Most times they will remember.
Okay.
There are actually, I worked with a woman this weekend who every time she's hypnotized, she doesn't remember what happens.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculously awesome, and also incredibly dangerous.
I feel like I'd be kind of cooped up by something like that.
Yeah, and it's a little bit unnerving, even though it's kind of hot.
Somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between.
Like,
yeah.
What other questions do I have?
That's a good one.
Do you only hypnotize women? Do you only hypnotize people that you feel like sexually attracted to, possibly?
So that's who I like hypnotizing the most.
Yeah.
I do hypnotize people that I am not sexually attracted to, because I also do therapy stuff.
Okay.
But that's.
If you had to choose, it would definitely be like the hot schmexy girl, not the like.
Well, I mean, I do make videos. And in all my videos, there is a hot, schmexy girl. So, like in all of them.
No, like hot men?
No, but I am thinking about doing like a couple video at some point.
Yeah, can you do more than one person at once?
Hell yeah.
Do they like do the same thing together?
No, you have to watch them both. So like, it's like trying to hypnotize an entire room is hard, because you have to watch all of them. Like, you have to be paying attention to absolutely every single one of them.
What's the largest number of people you've ever hypnotized?
Ooh. I'm gonna say only about like 5 or 6.
Only?
Yeah. Only like 5 or 6 for like a stage show.
Okay.
I'm not as practiced as a stage hypnotist as I want to be. I'm really good one-on-one.
Okay.
Like ridiculously good, and like 2-on-1, especially when you have like interesting reactions like this, it makes things a lot easier. But I generally work one-on-one, but like I said, I've gone up to like 5, and I could do a whole room. It's just doing a whole room is a lot harder, because you have to try and work with everyone.
Yeah,
And
I remember you saying at some point that you like really need to like watch the person and feel like what the person's doing. So I feel like if you're trying to watch 6 people at once, trying to make 6 people at once happy is hard enough, let alone trying to like really feel what they're feeling.
Well, I don't have to feel what they're feeling, but I have to be like in sync with all of them.
Okay.
You notice that when I started with Marty here, that we started breathing together.
Mm-hmm.
I told her to take a big deep breath in. A nice long breath out. Good. A nice big deep breath in. A nice long breath out. That's right. You're doing so well. You like that crystal, don't you? Good. I'm glad. But that helps you become more connected with the person.
Do you have to be like very close to them? Like,
do I have to be physically close?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you specifically. Could you like hypnotize someone across the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Totally.
I've hypnotized somebody across the ocean. Have you heard of this lovely little contraption on the internet? It's called Skype.
Yeah, but
yes, that's totally
I've
possible.
heard of it. Does it work?
Yeah, no, it totally does. There was a friend of mine that I hypnotized at a party, and the trigger, I didn't take the triggers away because you didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And I used them over Skype.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome. It's really good for people in long distance relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I fucking hate long distance relationships and I can't do it.
I can imagine that Skype could work for some people.
Yeah, no, Skype works for some people.
Yeah.
Especially people who are like I like to be here with the person in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who's just about into controlling a random person or becoming in sync with a random person can definitely do a lot of things a lot easier over Skype.
What's the most fucked up thing was the rape. Do you think that was also the hottest thing you've ever made someone do? What's the most sexy thing you could make someone do or have made someone do?
Ooh, there's a long list.
Pick one.
All
What's
right.
the best?
Oh, the best. I really all right, let me.
For our viewers out there, if they need suggestions.
I really enjoy role playing.
Okay.
Okay. So somebody one time surprised me when I came home, and they're like, "Wait a minute! Don't come up into your room," and for 5 minutes. I'm like, "Okay, this is gonna be awesome." And basically, when I got up there, they were wearing a French maid outfit, hot French maid outfit, and I'm like, "That's awesome! Can we take this a step further?" And they were like, "Yeah." So I did. And I basically made them think that they were an actual Frenchman. With the accent and everything. and I made them clean my room.
It's pretty fucking hot.
It's pretty fucking hot. And then, the outfit came off. And but
what happened when the outfit came off?
There might have been some sex. I don't know.
What? Whoa. That's not what happens during erotic hypnosis.
There's totally sex. So, did you also
If I start shouting, will she wake up?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think she's really, really good right now.
You do have a voice.
Yeah, I do have a voice.
It's a very calming,
so
suggestive voice.
I like to say that I am the master of loud and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
When I do this work, I get very quiet. In fact, my favorite place to be in the world is right about here. Because I don't need to talk very loud at all. And it's very nice. But when I'm up and bouncing around and doing all sorts of crazy things, I am loud as fuck.
Is there anything I could do to her right now that would break her concentration?
I think that dropping the ball in front of her in her face would probably do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I haven't.
Shook her a lot or something.
I'm pretty sure that shaking her might do something, but she might still look at it. It depends on how. See, unfortunately.
Do you mind if I try?
I
don't want to fuck up your work though.
No, well, she's been doing this for a while, but I don't think if you shook her. See?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really awesome, actually.
Yeah. So you know how to get her to shut up.
Yeah, wow.
But
it's pretty hard to do usually.
Yeah, I know. So she's been quiet this whole time.
If you have any questions, you should call in 617-324-1205.
We got 5 minutes left.
5 minutes left. If you have any questions, feel free to call in. Buddy can answer some questions. Marty may or may not be able to answer some questions.
We might do this. So, Marty, want to take that crystal away? Just be right back in the room. And you can't see that crystal anymore. Ooh, a call. Just be right back in the room. All right? Now.
Student cable.
Hey, can you shake her?
Oh, awesome. We got a
We
call.
have a request to
call.
Shake her.
Well, shake her. We just did. All right.
Shake her. I'm shaking the shit out of her.
Hold on. Tell your caller to hold on a second. If we do this and we actually shake her, she's actually more. See? Yeah? She's telling me to quit it. She'd probably rather look at the crystal. So, thank you, caller. I'm pretty sure that would.
Yeah.
Ah! I broke her gaze. So basically, I got her head to move that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's a pretty
does
good
that?
question.
I guess that's a good idea, caller.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Okay.
Dude. What have we been talking about for the last 5 minutes?
You're asking him questions.
Oh, shit like
I was
that.
ignoring you.
It's pretty. It's pretty boring. This show's pretty fucking boring, right?
I think this is a good
Pretty
show.
fucking lame.
Freeze now. I think the show has been a good show.
I think it's been pretty alright.
Just sit back, relax, have a good time. Close this in. Oh, that's right.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the show with us. This has been really fantastic.
This has been a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank
letting
you so
me
much.
in
I
your
hope
studio.
you guys enjoyed it too. If you like this guy, you can like get his videos and shit.
My website is www.hypnoexperiment.com. I do a podcast from HypnoExperiment. You can find where I sell my Smexy videos. You will find me coming up at the New England Erotic Hypnosis and Conference 3, April 27th through the 29th. We are also, there we go, this wonderful card. That's good. See, lots of cool words on there. So that is coming up April 27th through the 29th at the Society in Hartford, Connecticut. I will also, might be making an appearance at Bound in Boston, but if I'm not, my partner in crime is doing a class about rope and hypnosis at Bound in Boston, so you can learn rope and hypnosis at the same fucking time.
It's pretty fucking sweet.
And you can find me at the Cambridge Side Galleria Munch every fourth Tuesday and so every second Tuesday and fourth Wednesday of the month. Cambridge Side Galleria, we're there. Come join us if you want to come talk to me or unfreeze. And www.hypnoexperiment.com. I have a podcast. I'll be making one probably tonight or tomorrow because I've got a lot to fucking talk about. I was just at the Fetish Fair Flea Market and Dark Odyssey
A
Winter
lot
Fire.
of fun.
Yeah.
We highly recommend it.
Definitely.
So how do you guys end this thing?
All right, that's about it. All right, tune in next week.
Once. I'm not gonna be like that guy. Hey, look, I'm only gonna smoke meth once. I'm not gonna be like that guy. Look, I'm just gonna shoot up just once. All right, I'm not gonna be like that guy. I'm not gonna be like that guy.
I'm only gonna do meth once. I'm not gonna end up like that guy.
Hey guys, you can do anything you want to me for $50.
Well, what about her?
Sure.
This isn't normal. But on meth, it is.
I wish my tire had blown out that night. I wish my car had skidded off the road. I wish I'd broken my neck. I wish I'd been crippled. But I didn't crash. I drove to that party and I did meth for the first time. I did meth, and now this is my life. This is my life.
Stop looking at me! This wasn't supposed to be your life!